Everyone gets the mongoose.
Sebetulnya ini nama.
Class is in session. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Hoi, hoi, hoi.
Is everything alright? Everything is daijoubu. Like
Everything's Daijobu. Everyone will play Among Us, you know. So right.
Ayo
Okay.
datang dah.
Okay, so today we'll be learning a bit of Japanese verb conjugation groups, which is quite related to the chapter 3 grammar. So we'll start from there first. So
I'm not salty.
Japanese verb
Stop being
conjugation.
old. Come in, come in.
So there are 3 groups for Japanese verb conjugation. So there is first one is oh wow. So the first one is the Godan. We have the Godan, which is it means 5 level.
Hoi, hoi.
And then we have the Ichidan, which is 1 level. And then we also have the irregular one. So first we'll start with the Godan verbs. So Godan verb. So Godan verbs is also known as the U verbs. The U verb, which the end of it ends with the U vowel. So for example, it's like yomu, kaku, tanasu, and kiku. So every at the end of it ends with the vowel of U. Yomu, kaku, tanasu, to kiku. So the reason why this is called the 5 level is because depending on the context when you want to change the meaning of the verb, you have to change the sound of the vowel. I mean, you have to change the vowel of it. So for example, the basic one, which is the dictionary form, is this one, the U vowel. So in this one, it will be kiku. Kiku. But if you want to change it into like maybe polite, then you have to change the ku into the e vowel, which is kikimasu.
Hoi.
Kikimasu. And then, for example, if you want to change it to the meaning of not to listen, then you change it into the a vowel, which is kikanai. Kikanai.
Oh.
And then the next one would be can listen. So you change it to the a vowel, you become kikeru. And then lastly, if you want to make it to the context of let's listen, then you change it to the O vowel, which is kiko.
Kiko.
So it's called 5 level is because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ways of changing the vowels of it. So anything ends with the U vowel at the back is Godan. U vowel. So we have yomu, kaku, hanasu, and kiku. So for example, the one that I give is the example of kiku. So for example, if it's yomu, then if you want to change it, this one is the dictionary form. So if you want to change it to the polite form, what will it become?
Yomimasu.
So. You change the mu, to mi vowel, so, and then you add masu, your mi mas. So,
Hoi.
your mi mas. So basically, to make the polite one, you just add masu at the end. Masu.
Masu.
And then This one is polite. And if you want to change it to the not listener, what will become? I mean, not to read.
Wait. The word is. Wait. My head keluar Hebrew. Wait, what is it called? Is it? What is it called again? What's the verb? Kiku. Kim. Oh, what? Wait, am I? Can anyone hear me? Wait a minute. What is this?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. So what's the word again?
What's the what again?
The word. Oh, yomu, yomu.
That's good.
Yomenai.
Or is it my internet?
I can't tell.
I can hear you.
I can hear you, but I won't. Yomu. If
Oh,
if it's the negative part is yomenai or
no,
yomimasen.
your mimasen is
Yomimasen
actually correct.
or
But the
yomenai.
your mana,
Yomanai.
so sorry, because it's the R vowel.
So.
So it become your mana.
Hoi, hoi, hoi.
Yes,
Oh.
this one goes to not read.
Corona.
Okay. And if it's to apa tu, you can read this one. You can read.
Yomeru.
So your maid. Your maid. And the last one, let's read.
Yomimashou.
Yomimacho is also correct, but that one is the polite
Yomo?
form. Yomo, so. Yomo.
Hi.
Yomo.
一緒に読もう。
So. 一緒に
いいえ。
読も
遊びたい。
う。So. So basically, how it works is you change the N to a different vowel depending on the context.
そっか。
So this one is the U vowel, the dictionary form. The polite form, you change it to the E vowel. So your mimas. And then to not read, then you change it to the R vowel. So your ma night. And then you can read. So you'll become the A vowel. Your meru. And then lastly, let's read. Then you change it to the O vowel, which is your mo. So far, any questions for the Godan? It's marimasu ka? 大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫。
大丈夫です。
For now.
はい。So next one we'll go for the Ichidan. Ichidan. So Ichidan means one level. So how to know whether it's Ichidan or not? So you just see whether the verb ends with ru. Verb ru. The character ru. So for example, we can see is miru. Miru. To see. Miru or okiru. And the next one is akeru. To open. Akeru. And the last one of it would be tabe. Peter. Taberu. So if you notice, every verb ends with the hiragana of ru. Ru. So the reason why it's called one level is because when you change it, the meaning, the context, when you conjugate it, you only change the ru part. You replace the ru part with something else. You do not change the vowel of it. So for
Oi.
example, we go for the dictionary form first. So the example of taberu, which is to eat. Taberu. So taberu is as normal. But when you want to change it to the polite one, you just remove the ru and then you add mas at the back.
Mas.
So basically you just remove the ru. You add
Oi.
mas at the back. So for example, to not eat, then you remove the ru, you add nine. The front part doesn't change. Only the end of the ru part changes. So for example, you can eat. So you will be tabe deru. You replace the ru with reru. And the last one will be let's eat. Then you replace the ru with yo. So it
Tabeo.
becomes tabeyo. So tabeyo. So the reason why they bolded this part is because it doesn't changes. Only the ru part changes. That's why it's called the one level.
Ichidan.
So Ichidan.
Oh.
So,
Hi. I'm getting
so
it.
for example,
Mm.
maybe like Miru. Okay, Miru. This one is the dictionary form. So if you want to change it to the polite one,
Miemasu.
what will be? So mimasu. Mimasu. So you just remove the ru and then you add mas at the back. So it becomes mimasu.
Oi.
So this one is the polite one. And if you want to say you to not look,
Mimasen.
so that one would be the polite version or the
Mienai.
impolite one.
Mienai.
Mhm.
Mienai.
That one is more to like you can't see.
Mm.
You cannot see. Mienai is you cannot see, but this one is to not see. To not see. You just remove the ru at the back, you just add this one. So what will become?
Mi.
And the show.
Hmm.
You remove the ru, you add this one.
Minai.
It will become
Minai.
so minai.
Oh.
So minai.
So.
So minai.
Okay.
So this one is to not look. And if you want to say you can look,
Mieru.
what will become?
Mieru.
Mi,
Miemasu.
mi,
Miru.
this one.
Oh, mieru.
Mireru,
Mireru. Oh.
mireru,
Oi.
mireru. And the mieru is also actually correct though. Mieru also can. Mieru, mieru, miemasu ka? Can you see it? So, mieru. Mireru, mieru? ちょっと待って。Adila, are you there? I need confirmation. いません。いません。Then I'll confirm it after class.
Hi.
Where's the other sensei? So, 見れる will become 見れる. And then the last one, which is let's look. Let's see, sir. Let's see what will become. This one.
Oh.
What will it become? Me?
Mirareru?
You just replace the rule with this one.
Oh, Mio. Mio?
そうそうそう、見よう。そうそう、見よう。見よう。Which is let's see or look. So,
Oh.
so again, so basically you just replace the rule verb Hiragana with this one. This depending on the context.
Soka.
So for example, if it's like okiru, then this one is okiru. This one okimasu.
Okimasu.
This one okinai.
Okinai.
Okinai. Then okireru. Okireru. And then okio. So that's how you you conjugate the verbs.
How about kangaeru?
So far, kangaeru. Kangaeru. Then it will become, this one is kangaeru. This one, what will become?
Kangaimasu.
So, kangaemasu. And this
Okay,
one?
kalau nai, kangai,
Kangai.
I don't know.
Kangaeru. So you just replace the root
Kangai nai?
and then add the So,
Lah.
kangaenai. So, kangaenai. If it's this one?
Alright. Kangaerareru.
Kangaereru. Kangaerareru.
Kangaerareru.
So,
Right.
kangaerareru also. Yeah. So, kangaerareru also. Correct. So, and then this one?
Kangaeyo.
So, kangaeyo. So basically you just replace the root.
Dia tukar depan lah.
Yang depan you don't change it. You just change the root one.
Oh, okay.
So for any questions, 質問ありますか？
No.
大丈夫ですか？
今は OK。
No, okay. じゃあ次。
ほい。
So one thing is that we have to be careful is that there are some Godan verbs that disguise as Ichidan verb. So for example, let's give an example. Be wakaru.
わかる。
Wakaru. Which is to understand.
That's Ichidan, right?
So wakaru, even though wakaru is Godan.
Godan?
So this one you have to be careful. Even though it ends with ru, it's actually a Godan because ru is actually also a vowel of u, right? So you might think this is as Ichidan because it ends with ru, but it's actually Godan because it's actually ending with the u vowel, not the ru. So if you change it, so if you make it into like polite, so it'll become
わかります。
wakarimasu. It's not wakamasu, right? So it will become wakarimasu.
I'm gonna use that.
So
Wakamasu.
if you think if you think it's Ichidan, because Ichidan you just basically replace ru with the mas or something, right?
ほい。
But no, it's not Ichidan, so it will not become wakamasu. So it will not become wakamasu.
ほい。
So this one you have to be careful.
特別な言葉。
And then for example, like tsukuru. Tsukuru is also a Godan verb. So it becomes tsukuru. Tsukuru. Then if you become polite, then you become tsukurima. The vowel of ru, hiragana ru, changes.
ほい。
Following this one, this way. So this one you have to be careful. So what I suggest is like you should really like prepare a notebook where whenever we learn a new verb, you should just categorize it which group it falls under. So that way you can just refer again, and it's a lot easier.
ほい。
So and then we have Kaberu, of course, the ru verb, and then okiru. So this is the difference. So there are few words that ends with ru, but it is actually godan. So whenever we
Oh.
learn a new verb, they will actually tell us which group it falls under. So that's when you have to take.
Oh, Skuru
大
is,
丈夫
is
ですか？
Godan.
質問ありますか？
Skuru is Godan.
ん？
Skuru.
そうそう、5段。
Skuru,
そうそう、5段。
skureru,
Even though it
skurenai.
ends with ru.
Skurimasu.
そうそうそう。作る、作ります、作らない、作れる。
はい。
そうそうそう。5段。
Skureru, skurenai. How do we say let's make it? Sukuyo?
作ろ
Sukuro.
う、ろう、ろ
ほ
う。
ほ
そうそう。作
Sukuro ka.
ろう。そうそうそう。
Sukuro.
For example, おる、which is to fall, then おります、おらない、
Orimasu.
おれる、おろう。
Oro.
そう
Oh.
そう。そう、おろ
Oro.
う。そうそうそう。
Soka.
So this one you have to be careful.
わかります。はい。
大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。
もうありますか？はい。
今はない。
はい、
Yeah.
大丈夫です。
And then lastly, we have the third group, which is irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. So it is what you call in Japanese is 変革動詞。
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 変
So
革
the word 動詞 is verb. And the 変革 is kind of like it means weird change actually.
うん。
we're
Weird change. That's why it's called irregular verb. So
変
so far we will learn two, which is suru and kuru. The reason why it's different is because, hmm, for example, if you want to change it into a dictionary, then it will become shimasu. And the next one will change into
します。
kuru is to come, so kimasu. And if you
Oh.
want to change it into like to not, then it will become shinai. But this one, the kuru will change it into a bit. So this one it cannot really be explained to why it changes like that, but it will become konai.
来ない。出てこない。
So the reason why it's called irregular because it doesn't fall any into other like the Godan or Ichidan because the way they change is quite special.
It's
So-
only just by through memorization.
So-
Okay.
Yeah. So this one is you have no choice but to memorize it. So how it will change depending on the context, we will learn as we go through the chapters later on. So one thing that you only need to remember so far is irregular. So far we have two, which is suru and kuru. This falls under the irregular. So this one you have to actually check what it'll change it into instead of following the Ichidan or Godan.
How about aru?
Aru. So I think aru arimasu. Nai.
ありません。
そう。I think aru ありません。そう。I think I feel like aru falls into the irregular verbs because aru あります。And then if it's like if there's not, then ない。
うん。
Oh wait, aru? I'm not so sure if aru falls under the verb or not because verb is like something you do. This one I'll check later whether it falls under the irregular or if it falls under the verbs or not.
おい。
そう。他に質問ありますか？
今はね。
大丈夫ですか？ライラ、質問ありますか？ Do you have any question? 大丈夫ですか、ライラ？大丈夫そうですね。Then we'll enter for chapter 3,
What's that?
the reading.
の、
デートの、
約束。はい。
そうそう、デートの約束。約束 is promise.
So cool, say naka, anyway.
で promise. デートの約束 promise. Okay, is there anyone who wants to read?
Way to go to push the man in front of the fucking bus.
Okay, then Takeshi is Kaisho who wants to be married.
I volunteer that man as tribute.
I'll do one, I guess.
Okay, then you become married? Yeah.
Anything lah.
Okay. Then Kaicho is Takeshi, Mary is Ian. Can you see it?
I can.
Okay, どうぞ。
メアリーさん、週末は、大抵何をしますか？
そうですね。大抵うちで勉強します。でも、I can't see. でも、時々映画をsomething 見ます。
そうですか。じゃあ、土曜日に、映画を見ませんか？
そう。
土曜日はちょっと、
じゃあ、日曜日にどうだい？日曜日はどうですか？
いいですね。
そう。
諦めないの力。
Takeshi doesn't give up. So, first, Mary さん、メアリーさん、週末は大抵何をしますか？週末、does anyone know what 週末 to mean?
Next week.
No.
I don't know. I forgot already.
Weekend?
そう、weekend.
Major is secure, right? Major is secure.
Major.
先行。
ごめん。
先行。
ほい。
major 先行。
先行は最高。
週末 is weekend. And then 大抵 is like usually. Usually. 大抵。Usually. For example, 私は大抵映画を見に行きます。I usually go watch movies. 大抵何をしますか？ What do you do? So, Mary さん、what do you usually do on the weekend? And then Mary was like, そうですね。大抵 usually うちで、what does うち?
Which is like me.
My
That one
house.
also means me, but for this context different. So, like Ian said, is my house.
Oh.
Or in other words, like lah, in other, the house. Yeah. So, うちで my house で勉強します。So, usually I study at my house, at home lah, basically, my house or at home. でも、時々 means sometimes. Sometimes. 時々映画を見ます。Sometimes. 映画、私映画見
映画 movie.
そう、movie.
Movie. 映画 is movie. 映画、yeah. Because 動画 is video.
そう、動画 is video.
Ega is video.
そうそうそう。
Ega is movie.
動画 is video.
Hoi.
そうそうそう。The 動画 is actually the kanji is move. Move and then screen.
Oh.
動画 video. For 映画 is the screen is being, what do you call it? Shown? 映る actually this one. Oh no!
Oh no,
Oh, no.
it's Mary and
The what?
Takeshi again. Mary and Takeshi is infiltrating the call. Laila, what can we say? Mm.
No, they're in spirit.
Their spirit is like, how dare you?
Activity.
They're ghosting each other in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
時々映画を見ます。movie. 見ます is to watch or to see な。
Hoi.
そう見ます。And then たけし is like, そうですか。じゃあ、土曜日。What is 土曜日？
Doyobi is
Saturday.
Saturday.
そう、Saturday.
Saturday.
Bukan Saturday hari
So,
sekolah ke?
Sorry,
Saturday hari
Rachel?
sekolah. Bukan Saturday hari sekolah ke untuk orang Jepun?
Oh
they
yeah,
would-
some of the school actually, yeah, they have classes too. But usually it's not like the whole day, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, okay.
Saturday, 土曜日に映画を見ませんか？映画 is movie 見ませんか？ませんか literally the grammar is basically when you inviting someone,
Hoi.
inviting someone to do something.
You know, in my mind, it's like asking Mary to go out to watch movies together, and I feel like is this a date? Until I just look at the topic, making a date. I was like, okay, aku baru
This is
perasan.
before the
Before they ghosted.
so. Before she gets ghosted. So,
Yeah.
okay. And then Mary is like 土曜日はちょっと So ちょっと will be an expression of declining actually. Declining an invitation. Declining. So ちょっと and then Takeshi is like じゃあ日曜日 what day is 日曜日
Sunday.
Sunday.
そう。Sunday 日曜日はどうですか？ How about Sunday? そうだよ、Sunday 日曜日はどうですか？ And then Mary was like, いいですね。Sure. Okay. 次 who wants to read it?
I'll go again.
Okay. Then who do you want to be? お母さんor Mary?
Anyone.
Then you become Mary. Then お母さん how about Satoru man?
Asal kasih
Sure.
otosan terus. Okay.
Okay. どうぞ。
おはようございます。
Are you what is that?
ちょっと待って。
早いですね。
そう。
今日は京都に行きます。京都で映画を見ます。
そう。
いいですね。いいですね。
うん
何時頃帰りますか？
そう。
9時頃です。
これ見れますか？
晩ご飯は
そう。
食べません。
そうですか？じゃあ、行ってらっしゃい。
行ってきます。
そう。Okay. So, おはようございます。
Time aku tak sehat ni lah, aku kanji haru.
It's a good practice. おはようございます。Good morning. おはよう。早いですね。Why is 早い？
Early.
そう。It's early. Or another context can also mean fast. But this one is early. So basically, you woke up early. You know, that kind of meaning. 早いですね。And then Mary was like, 今日は。What is 今日？
Today.
そうそうそう。
Hari
今日
ini.
hari ini そう。今日、hari ini。京都に行きました。I'll be going to 京都 today. 京都で映画を見ます。I'll be watching 映画。I will be watching movie at Kyoto. I do not know why they go so far. Just to watch 映画。And then お母さん is like, いいですね。何時頃 ?What does 何時
What time?
そうそうそう。What time? So 頃 Does anyone know what does 頃 means?
Morning.
No.
Go to
About.
around. Sorry.
そうそ
Around.
うそうそう。Around. So about.
Oi.
So around what time or about what time? 何時頃帰りますか about what time you'll be coming back? And then,
Kuji. Goro.
so what time is 9時
9 o'clock.
9.
9.
そう、9頃 about 9 p.m. I'd say.
Oi.
And then 晩ご飯は What does 晩ご飯
Dinner.
So, dinner. So basically they're asking how about dinner?
Banggohan.
About dinner. And then 食べません I won't be eating it. そうですか。じゃあ、いってらっしゃい。What does いってらっしゃい mean?
Have a nice
Or
trip.
what? そう。
Please go and never come back.
Have a nice trip. そう。Basically,
あれ
you say this.
あれはちょっと
Welcome 違う。Welcome is どういたしまして。Or betul kalau welcome for someone coming here, you become like
おかえ
いらっ
り。
しゃいませ。いらっしゃいませ is welcome.
おかえり。
おかえり is welcome back.
Mhm.
So, and then 行ってきます is when you say
Ciao
I'll be
Lu.
going basically. I'll be going. Ciao dulu. So, I'll be going. So if you're about to leave the house, you'll be like 行ってきます and then the person in house will be saying like, oh, have a nice trip. So 行ってらっしゃい. But when you're coming back, you'll say ただいま and back.
ただいま通り。
ただいま I'm in home or I'm back. ただいまただいま And then the person who is home, who welcomes them back will be おかえり.
あら、おかえり。
おかえり. Welcome home. So far, any question about the dialogue? 大丈夫ですか?
The dialogue, I prefer the second dialogue more than the ghost one.
You'll see the ghosting in chapter 4 then. Get ready.
At least the mother cared, not the bloody
The
ghost.
mother can
The dad had to
not be
had
like
to be invested.
Takeshi. Okay. Next one we'll go for tango. Tango, which is
It takes
vocabulary.
two to tango. Yes.
Dango.
Oh no, not tango. Tango. So first one we'll be learning nouns, which is in Japanese is meishi. Oh, my pen. Okay. Meishi. Nouns. Meishi. So the first one we have. So what is this?
映画。映画。
So 映画. We have 映画 movie. 映画を見ます。So next we have music, which is
音楽。音楽。
音楽。
おい。
音楽. By the way, the kanji is this one, the kanji for sound, which is 音. So, oto. And then this one is the kanji for fun, which is Tanoshi.
楽しいか。
So if you add shi, then it become tanoshi. Or you can also read it as raku, which is easy.
楽に行こうぜ。
Fun fact, if you add this one, add above the tanoshi kanji, it'll become kusuri.
くっすり。
It's
Isn't くっすり something
medicine.
bad?
Medicine.
じゃあ、くっすり。What's
So,
くっすり?
kusuri, medicine.
うばい。
Yeah, ubat.
What do I think about
Medicine.
injections the moment I hear くっすり? 怖い。What is this?
Medicine. It's a warning for you, Kaicho.
くっす
It
り
shall
を、
haunt you.
くっすりを
薬を飲もう。薬を食べる。
逃げろ。
薬。I do not know why they put this in above Tanoshi. It become kusuri.
Why? Why?
Huh.
No wonder, you see?
No, Sensei. Sensei,
Huh?
they need to have the oxymoron style. Like taking medicine is
Oxymoron.
fun.
This is why
Maybe
I
they
They
want
use
to.
this is why I hate medicine.
they take medicine dia fun tau. That's why they put Tanoshime kanji kat situ. Tambah tu je kat atas.
They want to tell the kids, taking medicine is fun.
It tastes like strawberry.
Tastes like candy.
Tastes like candy.
Tastes like candy.
Next thing you know, I get high.
Okay. Okay, next one is magazine, which is
Zashi.
so zashi. Zashi, which is magazine.
Oi.
Next one is the katakana, which is
Sports.
Sports.
sport. And then we have
Deto.
Date.
so dato.
Which didn't even turn up.
And take note, it's more to the date of romantic date, taking someone out for a date, not the calendar date.
Hoi.
Dato. And
Kyono
Kyono
Deto
dato.
Mata.
Kyono dato. And then this guy, then you get confused. It's like, since when I went out for a date.
What's for date today?
急にどうしたのか。どうして急にどうして
Next one is
テニス。
tennis, which is tennis. Tennis. If it's like badminton, badminton.
バドミントンか。
Badminton.
うん。
If you were to remember badminton.
バド
Badminton.
バドミントン。ほい。
Badminton. Next we have
テレビ。
telebi, which is TV. Telebi. Next we go for foods and drinks. So foods and drink in Japanese is
アイスクリー
Ice
ム。
cream.
ちょっと待って。食べ物
食べ物。
食べ物と飲み物。
飲み物か。
Agimono.
揚げ物 is fried things. Things that are
Karage.
fried.
団子。
Tempura.
揚げ物。そう。揚げ物。fried. だ。
団子。
家族。
What dango? What
Ah.
dango? Oh, the
団子
the
の。
emoji is it?
うん。いいです。いい
Want to
です。
try it actually.
Apa?
first
I've
one, just-
tasted one.
Ice cream.
アイスクリーム。
ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Next one is
朝ごは
Apa
ん。
ni?
asa
Asa.
gohan, which is breakfast because we have the word asa, which is morning. Asa.
Moon. Get it? Because there's Getsuyobi. And there's like mooning.
Senang kan? Kau ambil moon,
Osake.
kau ambil moon, kau tu.
Osake.
Osake.
Next is osake.
Nak ingat lagi Monday senang je. Kau ambil Mu punya kanji, kau buang satu O. Dah dapat Monday.
Aku nyanyi lagu Mulan je lah.
Ha, you dah tahu dah.
The moon,
Mula. It depends.
the moon.
So sige, osake, which is
Osake.
alcohol. Okay. Kalau if it's beer, then will become biru.
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 Biru. So this one is beer. Biru. Biru is blue.
Even Genki is teaching us how to drink alcohol. What the hell? Promoting alcohol, what is this? Ocha.
Ocha.
Sige, ocha, which is green tea.
Ochaski. Hai.
Sebab Ocha bukan Oka.
Ada ocha, green tea, and then we have
Kohi.
coffee, which is coffee, coffee,
Hoi.
and then we have
Bangkohan.
banggohan, which is dinner, because this one represents night. So the kanji represents banggohan, dinner.
Hoi.
And then we have
Hamburger.
hamburger. Then we have
Hiru gohan.
Hirugohan.
hirogohan. Hiro means afternoon. Afternoon, just lunch then. And then lastly we have
Mizu.
Mizu.
mizu. And then if you add yobi, what will it become?
Suyobi.
What is yobi?
Wednesday.
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 Mizu no kata. Water flying.
Kaicho's in his elements.
True. Okay,
He
next
knows
one
his elements. Holy cow.
next is places, which is in Japanese is basho.
この場所は守る。
この場所を守る。場所。Okay. Next first one we have
家。
家。違う。家。
家か。
会長すごい、ライラ。said 会長すごい。
Iya is ni, bukan. Oh no.
会長すごい。もっと褒めて。
もっと褒めて。
はい。
He asked you to praise him more, Laila. Go ahead.
Oh, yabai desu.
King.
Yabai.
ですか
この
ら。
会長やばい。
King ですから。俺は King ですから。
You people.
What did she wrong?
Always remember.
Kimoy.
Kaicho.
Kimoy.
Always remember, the king in chess is the one that is most vulnerable. So always protect the queen. Ladies are always right.
But I'm a feminist. But I'm a feminist.
Then you should say that you're a queen.
もう生きない。
The flyer in the chessboard.
やばい。
も
You too.
Anyways,
This
yabai.
one, the pronunciation you have to be careful. It's not yeah, it's yeah.
いいえ。
Because yeah, it will become no.
Yeah.
気をつけてください. So this one
は
is
ーい。
yeah, which is home or house.
Yeah.
And then another word for yeah you can use is uchi.
うち。
So
Right.
uchi is more to like my place lah, basically. Uchi. So next one is
Gakko.
学校。
so gakko. Gakko.
学校暮らし。
So gakko.
ほい。
And then we have
Gosh.
about 8 minutes, so I guess we'll see. I think we can cover the time lah. So time in Japanese is
時間。
so jikan.
Jikan.
So the first one,
朝。
so asa is morning. Same like the breakfast word Asa gohan?
Right.
Asa
Asa.
gohan.
So, asa.
朝目を覚める。布団の中に起きる。
Asaka.
Ohayo, sekai, good morning.
おはよう世界。
Okay. Sige wa.
Ashita,
明日、
So, ashita, which is tomorrow.
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 So, ashita, tomorrow. Next one is
Itsu,
One day
It's-
more, Kaicho. One day
it's-
more.
itsu. One day more.
so, it's when. So,
I'm gonna mute
Bila.
myself.
so, bila. And then this one,
Kyo.
Kyo.
kyo, today. So the kanji means, this one, what does it mean?
Ima.
今。
So,
Now.
ima. Now. So.
Man, I was about to sing
And
just
then the
now.
second one,
Apa, day. Nichi or
Ki.
Nichi or
Nichi
Ah,
boleh.
Nichi
Or-
or ada ya. Nichi.
Ki.
He.
he. So, he.
Could be. Yeah, he.
Uh,
Yes.
So,
Kata.
that means day.
Kata ze. More.
Yeah,
Kalau
nani?
Japanese
Nemas.
ni pula. Nihongo. Tak tahu kenapa ni.
That's the thing, but
Nihongo.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Okay, this one, nani?
Goro.
Koro.
So, nani goro is like about or around for
Hoi.
time especially. Used
Yeah,
for
Nani
that's
nani
time.
koro.
Jusanji.
Jusanji.
13
Jusanji.
o'clock. 13 o'clock.
Wait, what?
Dunia aku je ada.
I mean, actually, Japanese use the 24 hours time more than
Yeah,
the
but then-
12. Yeah, so
But
that's
then
why
they
they would
still-
use.
But then they still use Gozen dengan Gogo kan.
Gozen and Gogo, they would usually use it too, but for some reason, my university they always use the 24 hours. I don't like it
Need
because
a
I
lot of
have
brain
to
math.
calculate.
Yeah, a lot of brain math. Gonna hafal actually
Yeah.
better. Instead of calculating
Yeah,
better
yeah.
hafal je.
Ima wa math this.
Imo.
Imawa.
What?
Mathematics desu yo.
Mathematics. Sugaku. Mathematics is sugaku.
Nichu. Apa? Niju
Okay.
ichi.
We English people.
Yamete kuda stopper.
Yamete kuda stoppu ka.
Sugaku.
Sugaku ja.
Sugaku.
Apa?
Sugaku.
Kakimasu. Ya, sugaku.
Sugar.
Sugaku. The kanji for sugaku is this one.
Oi.
For some reason,
Sugaku.
there's online. I don't know.
Sugaku, right?
Why?
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's
And there's
online.
and there's
like,
ko. And
What-
there's ko
what?
over there
No.
at the other side
Fuck.
anyway.
Okay, this one is like kome or like you can use it as rice if I'm not mistaken. Kome.
That's a combination of three kanjis together, smooshed together.
You know, I just realized math is complicated in every way.
Even this kanji is complicated.
English wa top tier. So this
What's-
This
What's
one-
one?
Complicated in
1 + 1?
every way.
This one is on. This one doesn't really have any meaning. But yeah, this one, if you were to read it
Aesthetic
as
purposes.
one, it's actually what was it? Okay, numbers.
Oh.
I thought numbers bango.
This is actually numbers, which is you can make it as kazu
Kazu.
or the verb kazoeru, which is to count.
At this point, aku better main kazoo je.
A kazoo.
Yeah, the kazoo. Just
Play
buy-
Despacito with the kazoo.
This is sugaku. So yeah, sugaku.
Hoi.
God, math
Okay,
is fucking
next one.
complicated. Even the kanji, man.
the kanji is confusing.
So.
Let alone mathematics.
Kazoo,
So.
man. It's
Nah,
the
kanji complicated. Tambah lagi math.
Okay,
Complicated.
next one is
Konban.
Compound.
so konban tonight. So this one is ima right now, and then this one is night.
Yoru.
Now night.
So konban,
Yoru ni
Konban.
Now night.
kakeru kimi ga
and then we have
Dread your beat.
Shumatsu.
ちょっと待って、
Okay.
週末。そう
Shumatsu.
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 which is weekend. Shumatsu.
Shumatsu testo.
Human.
The reason why
Shumatsu.
it's called weekend is because shu means week, and matsu actually means at the end.
Mm.
So it's at the end of the week, which is weekend.
Human.
So
I
shumatsu.
like humans.
Mm.
みんな週末が好き。And
Yeah.
then we have
そうですね。
土曜日。
土曜日。So 土曜日 Saturday. What does this mean? I thought last class.
Earth.
That's what I was trying to say.
Earth. I am an earthbender. I'm an earthbender.
Or
D
I'm
or
tough.
T.
it's D. Do.
Do.
土曜日。
土曜日。
土曜日。Okay, next one is
でも水曜日が好き。日曜日。
日曜日。なんで水曜日が好きなの？
水曜日好き、because it reminds me of co-curriculum.
People usually doesn't like co-curriculum though.
I like to go.
I see.
Actually, you like
if I-
curriculum? You like curriculum?
I thought I was cool back then.
Hey, we're the same, man.
Okay, enough of Kaichu's sad moments. Apa dia? Nichiobi? Arimoski?
Nichiobi. Sun. What does this mean again?
That is Nichi or he.
Or ni.
So Nichi or
Nichi, he or ni.
or ni. So depending. And then we have my
Mainichi.
Nichi.
Mainichi.
No, Nichi. Every day. Nichi. Every day.
Every day.
Future where
Every day.
And then we have
my
My bun.
bun.
My bun?
my bun.
Don't
So
touch my
every night.
don't
So
touch my bun. I want to eat my bun. Don't touch it. You no touch my bun.
Boku no
So this one is actually every that you add with another word. For example, there's also my asa.
My asa.
Every morning.
Oh.
Oh, my asa. Yeah.
My asa every morning. But I don't really hear my hero because like every afternoon, no,
My
usually every morning.
my afternoon.
Siapa je siapa je nak keluar time tengah hari ni dah lah. Our ozone layer sebenarnya nipis. Skin cancer lah tu. Even sunscreen cannot help.
Sunscreen. Oh my god.
マイヒルは
Sunscreen.
特別の日の時間です。
You need sunblock.
My asa. Where's Adila in this one?
She's already calling me out. Oh, she's not calling me out yet.
Playing Among Us.
Okay.
Yamamoto desu.
Okay, so I guess that's all for today. Next class will continue for a bit of more vocabularies, and then we go for
Hyogen.
grammars.
Oh.
Grammars, and then also Hyogen at the end. So that's it for today. Is there any questions so far?
質問がありません。
Sumimasen.
山本シカ
本当
です。
山本シカです。
わかりません。よかった。
よかっ
So that's it for today. As usual, I'll be here for any question.
た。おーい。
My name is Masterpiece.
I think instead of